Thursday at school, I came across Black Raven, rummaging through her locker, iPod headphones stuck in her multiple pierced ears. I started to approach her, but then hung back, unsure. Would she be okay with my talking to her outside the manga club? Or would someone like me be bad for her rep? I considered turning around and walking the other direction, but before I could make a move, she looked over and saw me. She grinned and pulled her headphones out of her ears, wrapping the cord around her neck to hold them in place. "Maddie!" she cried. "What's up, girl?" I let out a breath, relieved, then scolded myself for being so paranoid. Of course she'd want to talk to me. It would be the haters she'd deem unworthy of her time. "Hey, Blackie," I greeted. You don't mind if I call you Blackie, do you? What are you up to?" She laughed. "No, I don't mind. Some of my other friends do too. Black Raven is a bit of a mouthful. Just as long as you don't call me Trina, we're golden." She closed her locker. "As for what I'm up to, I'm trying to survive the day so that I can evacuate the premises and head downtown after school." She tossed her book bag over one shoulder. "Not that this lame city has a real downtown." "Yeah," I said. "I know what you mean. I moved here from Boston and it's so different from what I'm used to." Black Raven looked at me with something that actually resembled respect. "Dude!" she cried. "You lived in Boston? I'm so freaking jealous." "Yeah, I miss it a lot, especially my old school. This place isn't exactly diverse." "Yeah, the killer clowns can be a bit much to take here," she said, gesturing to two students walking down the hall in identical t-shirts and khaki pants. They glared at her, and she cheerfully gave them the finger. I giggled. She was so cool. Confident in who she was, not afraid to stand up to anyone. I bet the haters didn't mess with her. I bet they didn't dare. Which made her a perfect potential friend, I realized. Maybe I should ask her if she wanted to hang after school. I wouldn't mind joining her downtown, even if it was kind of lame. Then again, a nagging voice in the back of my head pestered, just because she's okay talking to you in the halls doesn't mean she'll suddenly want to be your BFF. In fact, she's probably just humoring you because you're the president of the manga club or something. No, I shook my head. I had to stop this. Just because Billy considered me a social leper didn't mean everyone did. And if I never took a chance, I was certain to be alone forever. "So, you're going downtown after school?" I asked. She rolled her eyes. "Unfortunately," she said. "And there's zero entertainment in this godforsaken town." "Well, they do have Mel's Comics. They have a great manga selection," I reminded her. "If you wanted, I could tag along and we could see what's new." I held my breath, waiting for the pause, the look of guilt, the internal debate on how she would squirm out of the proposal. Make some excuse as to why we couldn't hang out, to hide the fact that she just didn't want to hang out with me. But it never came. Instead, she nodded without hesitation, her green, almost cat-like eyes shining. "Great idea," she said. "Want to meet me out in front of the school at the end of the last period?" "Sure, sounds perfect. See you then." I gave her a small wave, then headed to my next class, forcing myself not to skip down the hallways like a first grader. For the first time since I'd come to this stupid school, I had actual social plans. I felt like bursting into song. After an eternity of lectures, experiments, and pop quizzes, the final bell rang and the inmates were allowed to flee the jail. After stashing my books in my locker, I headed outside and found Black Raven sitting on the brick wall by the buses with a couple of other kids. She saw me and waved me over. "Hey guys, this is my friend Maddie," she introduced me. "She draws the most amazing manga you've ever seen." "Hi," I said, feeling myself blush. "Friend." She called me friend. Sure, she might have been using the term loosely, but I'd take it anyway.
"Hey, Maddie,"
greeted a tall, skinny skateboarder. He brushed his long, stringy hair from his face.
"How's it hangin'?"
"Nice to meet you," said the pretty girl to his left. She wore a long, flowing skirt and had flowers tucked into her pixie-cut blonde hair. "I'm Amy, and this is Trent. Blackie's been telling us all about your art." I beamed.
"Yeah,
Added Trent.
we'd love to check it out."
Black Raven hopped off the wall.
No, not now, kiddies, she said. There's no time for show and tell. Maddie and I have uber important plans we must attend to.
Oh, Vine.
Trent mocked.
Offer her up, then steal her away again. Deprive us of the one shred of cultural relevance that we might have gotten out of this school day.
Why don't you come by our table at lunch tomorrow? Amy suggested. You can show us your manga then. We eat at the far left quadrant. Great, I definitely will, I said, trying to sound cool and not overly excited at the first offer of non-solo lunch since I'd gotten to this stupid school.
Okay already. She'll come to lunch. Geez, you guys are so demanding.
Black Raven mocked.
Okay, we're out. Catch you tomorrow.
Bye, nice to meet you, I cried as she grabbed me by the hand and yanked me away. I followed Blackie down to the lower parking lot, forcing myself not to dance in happiness. Be cool, Maddie, I told myself. Don't blow it. She reached into her bag and pulled out her keys, then gestured to the bright yellow Mini Cooper.
I'm obsessed with everything English,
she explained. We got in and headed downtown.